Now y'all can type in y'all can,
Just go ahead and tell people you had a day.
what's up YouTube?
First
We in this thing.
First time glitches. We all good.
All right, y'all. So look, if y'all listen to us on the app, but y'all want to see what your girls look like today, you don't really have to. But if you want to, we are live on YouTube right now. Okay, so if you type in TG and Talk on YouTube, you will see that we are currently live.
I know that's right.
I know that's right. I was gonna try to freestyle, but I'm not gonna do it yet.
Yeah, so if you guys tune into our local legends before, you know this is where we highlight LA people that you might know, that you might not know, that you should know about, and just like celebrate them and everything that they're doing. And pra-pa-pa-pow.
Not pra-pa-pa-pow.
Yes.
But before
Mm-hmm.
we get into that, we want to know.
How you doing?
What we want to know, girl.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Good.
How you doing? How you doing?
How you doing, Money Love?
I'm doing good.
That's it?
I am blessed and grateful and thankful. That's how I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah. Stressed. Don't get me wrong. It's a stressful last week, but I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you? Stokes.
Yeah.
I have to practice calling him Stokes.
I say both.
I was never introduced to him as Stokes. I'm like, no, that's true. Actually, you know what my nickname used to be for you?
I remember that.
Lay it on me.
Steph McGee.
That was a good one.
I was like, this nigga look like both of them niggas. So I'ma just call him Steph McGee. And that's what I used to call you all the time.
I was waiting for Steph. I hear McGee every once in a while, especially the longer my beard gets.
Yeah. Yeah. So Steph McGee, I had to get both in.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, how you doing? Talking to the mic a little bit more.
You're right here.
You sound good on the mic. Okay.
Radio voice.
This is my first podcast, bro.
Hey. Hop in the chair. You know, I'm just joking.
But man, I'm good. But you know, the life of an artist is kind of erratic. Winding down from this baseball program that I've been working with. So that's on the tail end. So now I can breathe a little bit. But other than that, man, I'm good. Like you said, blessed. Like I have really nothing to complain about.
Amen.
That's awesome.
Money hate when I do that.
No, I don't.
You always look at me crazy when I be doing that. That's what they do in Baptist church. For somebody randomly, amen. I'd be like, what the fuck? He ain't even say nothing yet.
Mid-sentence, cutting people off.
What are we saying amen to? Did I miss it? Because I know I wouldn't sleep. Like, what's going on?
What about you, though? You good?
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm a new mom.
Hey.
So getting accustomed to that. No, I don't have no kids, so y'all don't ask me that in the comments.
We know, babe.
She got a fur baby.
I have a fur baby. His name is Milo. He went to the TGN private pool party that just passed, our Good News Radio pool party. He was like, "Who are all y'all niggas?"
Like, all right.
He was not
knowing they black.
Yeah, he was not used to being around that many people. But he did pretty good. Michael Not So PG and DJ Dash were having a disagreement on who's the godfather. They both self-proclaimed themselves the godfather over Milo, and now Michael's posting pictures of him and Milo. I don't even know what's happening right now. I'm very confused.
You giving everybody doggy fever? Ash was tweeting earlier, like, "Is doggy fever real thing?" So he's about to have a pet.
Oh yeah, it is, bro.
It is.
I must have started something. But yeah, I'm getting used to that. I had an extra visitor while Moni was gone. Okay, I had Boosie Badass, and Boosie I mean badass literally.
He's really Boosie Badass.
Moni's mother has a dog, and they named it Boosie Badass, and he is living up to his name. He stressed me out all week.
I can't even claim that dog no more. I'm not a dog person. Like, it taught me, like, I cannot. Like,
what kind of dog is it?
He's a Yorkie.
It's a Yorkie.
Oh man, I don't do little dogs.
Yeah, he's a Yorkie. He's a Yorkie.
He's
not a fan of little dogs.
Why? Are they too feisty?
They are like little divas, and they need to like learn their place in a dog's world.
In a dog kingdom.
You feel me? All bark, no bite.
Facts.
Well, yeah. So that was That was what's been going on. But other than that, I'm good. I feel like I've been more and more in my creative space, and it's been making me feel so good. Like it's like I know how to do all of this stuff. Just so y'all know, if y'all need help with something, just know that you're gonna have to pay for it now. I'm not giving out free information for free no more. And it's not because I don't love you. It's really not because I don't love you, but it's like I've been missing out on a lot of money because I'm just giving it out for free. And if you love me, okay, you can pay this one. I'm not finna break your pockets.
But the brick went up.
But
the price of the brick went up.
The price has gone up because it's like I'm sitting on too much information and I can't just keep giving it away for free. Hey. So I love y'all. Y'all support me because I support y'all, and that's that.
That's what's up.
But I'm blessed. My skin been staying clear.
Hit the horns.
I know.
Tell Flex to drop the bombs.
Man, but yeah, my skin is still clear. Edges is still intact and stuff. So we Gucci. I need a feel, but other than that.
Let you guys
thank you. Thank you.
Scan
season. We just trying to get it. And you know what? Today we was like, we're going to be on YouTube. Let's be cute. I literally didn't do nothing new. I didn't do shit. I just put on a hat.
I put on some moisturizer.
I put on moisturizer. That was it. And I put on a hat.
I was like, I'm going to retwist my hair for the show. But then I was like, that's not going to happen today.
Yeah, no. I was just like, am I going to get super dressed up? No. I'm going to find this tank top that this is actually my third time wearing it. And I haven't washed it.
Gross.
I only wear it in the house, so it was just like I can wear it outside once, and then now the outside germs are gonna be on it. It needs to be washed. It can't be bringing COVID into the house.
Yeah,
but
if you look at Angela Yee, she don't be dressed up all the time.
COVID
on Breakfast Club.
That's true. She be having sweatsuits on, but it's too hot to wear a sweatsuit up in here.
Sure.
So, but yeah, I've been doing good. Shout out to every Gemma's on YouTube watching us. Hey Gemma girl.
Hey Gemma.
If you guys are listening to us now, you can also hop in the fucking chat.
What are you obsessed with this week?
What am I obsessed with this week? Oh, you know what? No,
monetizing.
You know that too, but you know what I'm actually obsessed with this week?
What?
This Is Pop. I started watching it.
Yes, thank you.
Some show on YouTube that Moni told me about, and I've been watching it and learning so much about stuff that happens behind the scenes in the music industry. And I'm like, oh shit, this is interesting. It's almost like spoof / documentary because they be trying to say like some funny shit on the little in between stuff, but it just shows you like how music works, like behind the scenes, people who own certain record labels and all this other stuff. I found out a lot about the whole transition from like why Boys to Men was like so short-lived, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like that's crazy.
Space for them once the white boys came along,
and they just copied everything that they did.
You seen the edit that?
So yeah, it's a good show. You should watch it. I don't know how you feel like I feel like you don't watch a lot of TV.
Yeah, right on the knob. I don't watch a lot of TV, man, which is really crazy because I was glued to TV growing up. Couldn't get me out of it. I had to learn like basic arithmetic on the TV because I just wouldn't sit down and read it. So they found the cheat code and was like, okay, he loved the TV, put it on the TV.
Yeah, see.
So nowadays, I don't watch TV at all.
Yeah, I could tell you don't. I could tell you don't like a lot of TV, but it's a good thing to watch.
What gave me away?
You're a busy man.
Yeah, you always do something.
You're a busy man. Everybody that I know that's busy, I feel like they don't even like check their DMs or they text.
Yeah, guilty.
Because I remember when we were trying to get you on the show, I was like, yeah, he didn't answer my DMs. So if you got his number, you're gonna have to call him. I was like, he's probably
I'll just,
in my defense, I was on the phone with these people, Verizon for one, to see why my DMs don't come through.
Oh wow!
And they couldn't figure it out. So then I had to DM Instagram because Instagram don't have a customer service number. They don't. So I had to DM Instagram probably like 10 times.
I hate businesses that do that shit.
And so they hit me on an unknown number, and randomly I just say, "Oh, you know how you don't answer unknown numbers?
Yeah.
Something say answers, right?" And it was an Instagram rep. She literally told me it's probably something wrong with your SIM card or something wrong with the data service in your area. It's probably one of those two reasons. So from 2018 till about the beginning of this year, I was not getting DMs. I was not getting notifications. You could ask my closest friends.
That's crazy.
I would have them go through my phone to mirror their notifications to see if DMs would come through.
Wow.
That's absolutely insane.
Missed opportunity if you were creative.
Right.
Bruh. I feel like T-Pain.
Yeah.
He was like, how come nobody told me about this?
That's so bird.
So I was run into people in the streets and they'd be like, oh, you acting Hollywood and this, you answer DMs. And I'd have to sit there and give them the whole spiel. Like, bro, if I see it, I will answer.
Hey, y'all don't know Casey. He ain't never acted Hollywood with us. Never.
And I won't. Like,
he ain't Hollywood, y'all. He Hollywood, but he ain't Hollywood.
LA people.
Nah,
he Hollywood, but he ain't Hollywood.
My phone be broke. But it's good now though. It really is for Instagram at least.
No, that's dope.
That's good.
That's dope.
So,
Instagram do be tripping.
But a lot of missed opportunities. A lot.
Sucks.
But I had to just roll with the punches. If it was meant to be, it was meant to be.
There you go.
Exactly. Literally everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason.
What are you obsessed with this week?
Man, I fell into a YouTube rabbit hole the other day.
Don't you hate that?
Man, I love it. I love
That's
it.
where you learn the most.
I love it.
Totally random facts.
So I found this color grading tutorial for like I'm doing recaps and podcast recaps for people and a lot of editing projects.
Nice.
So I want my style to have a certain niche to it.
Oh,
got it.
So I like that old film grainy look, but it's still crisp and clear.
I love that.
So how can I translate that from my pictures to my videos? So I found this dude in Australia. He doesn't have a lot of followers, but I swear I watched like 15 of his videos yesterday. They're like 13, 14 minutes long. I couldn't even tell you dude's name, but I know I saved and hit the subscribe button. So whenever he does something, I see it. But it's not I'm mirroring his style. It's I'm watching how he does things.
Yeah.
I'm learning a different workflow and finding different grading tools and stuff that I can use for my projects that I'm working on now.
That's smart.
So now I'm just obsessed with YouTube rabbit holes and what they can lead me to.
And it be leading you to a lot of shit.
Man.
It be leading you to a lot that and TikTok. You learn a lot of shit.
Oh, they have like a lot of educational.
You don't even need to post
TikTok
nothing on TikTok to like. But if you want to learn to do some shit that you didn't even know, just even basic shit on your phone, you be like, "What the fuck? I've been paying all this money for my phone and didn't even know I could do this basic thing on my phone." You know. But even it's all types of like photographers and stuff on there showing you how to do stuff. It's crazy, and there's a lot of people that are on there that don't post anything. They just watch other people's videos. Yeah. Because it's just like, it's the thing to do.
Me working with these kids, I see the negative part of TikTok.
Oh.
I see it all day, every day.
I see, yeah.
I see the negative part, why kids are failing in school. Because Zoom class, took all their time last year. So I'm watching these kids Zoom for 6 hours a day.
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell you how many phones I had to confiscate because they just couldn't stay off TikTok. And their professors are calling our rec center. A such and such isn't in class right now. So I had to get up out of my desk, go over there, see what they're doing. I'm just like, these kids right here, bro. And I'd be like, bro, I've been there, bro. I know this is different. This is adjustments for everybody. But
absolutely.
But then now I'm hearing there's a lot of educational stuff on TikTok. So now it's like
kids, it's like a different side of sides of TikTok.
Kids aged 13 to 18 are getting paid millions of dollars because of TikTok.
Yeah, I know. I know a TikTok
it's insane.
manager. I know a TikTok manager.
It's crazy.
She's damn good at her job.
It's crazy.
She's getting these kids a bag.
That's what's up.
That's absolutely insane.
That's what's up.
I'm like, where the fuck was TikTok when we was going?
I feel like with the kids, they have to have a type of discipline that we didn't really have to have because we were in person. We didn't necessarily have smartphones until probably we were out of high school. So it's like
about to come out of high school for sure.
But our sense of social media was Black Planet, MySpace,
when we got
Facebook,
home,
and stuff like that, AIM and stuff like that. If you really look at it, it's teaching us how to code. It was teaching us coding and stuff like that nature.
And we should have not
absolutely
because I was
MySpace code queen. Yeah. Okay, I knew where to put everything.
Yeah, we should have kept that skill.
That's crazy. We didn't even know.
But I guarantee you, if you sat down and had that template in front of you again, it'd be like riding a bike for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
The codes don't change. The variations do.
When we were building our shop account like online, and I was trying to put in like a place where people can do survey, I realized that I had to do coding. I was like, what the fuck? Like I haven't done this in forever. Yeah.
Find like header.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I haven't seen this in a long time. So now I'm looking at all this shit that looks like the fucking Matrix to me at this point. And I'm like, where the fuck?
Yeah.
But I figured it out because I sat there and I had the patience. And I just don't like to let anything defeat me. That shit drives me crazy.
That's a good attitude right there.
Yeah.
I don't like to be defeated. Moni knows that. I'll be texting her at 3:00 in the morning. She be like, girl,
you don't
why
have
are
to do
you
it right now.
like, why are you doing this right now? And I'm like, because I'm already in it. I'm thinking about it. So I got to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's hop into it, homegirl.
This week I'm obsessed with, I don't have like a TV show or music or anything this week.
Interesting.
I know, right? But I'm obsessed with like, I just want to get more grounded again. I've been having the urge to just like disable my social media because I feel like I'm just going through my day with like work and then social media and then go to sleep. And I feel like I'm not seeing the sun. I was decorating my house and I kind of fell off from that. I just like completely stopped. So I just don't feel organized and grounded. So I've been obsessed with trying to figure out ways to come back to that. And then also just like, I don't know. I had a little bit of an attitude, like coming back from Hawaii. I was like upset about something. And then I really had to think about like, you really finna be upset about this little thing when you just spent time in Hawaii with your family and you about to go to a pool party with like a ton of your friends.
Yeah, you probably didn't want to come back home.
That was probably also it.
You probably weren't ready to leave yet.
Because I knew that I would have like all of this work anxiety from being out. That's the
You definitely seemed a little off. You didn't seem as happy as I thought you would seem to see me.
I was in a different space. Like I was very happy in Hawaii. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm super grateful for that. But it was like I knew that I was coming back to work, and I don't take days off work. Like I'll take 2 days off at a time, but I took 4 days off. So it was like, damn, I gotta come back to all of this. And then like I was just letting real small stuff get to me. So I'm gonna start my gratitude journal again so I could be present.
Can I give you a piece of advice?
Yeah.
Never travel for 4 days. five or six.
5 or 6?
5 or 6.
That's what it gotta be.
5 or 6. Because think about it. We live in a big city. Mm-hmm. So when people come visit us, they're here for 3 days, right? Mm-hmm. And look at the attitudes they get when they gotta leave. Like, damn, I didn't go here. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. So us being here, we're spoiled. Mm-hmm. So why don't we kick that same mentality when we go travel? Go for 5 days. Yeah. That way you can see the city that you want to see.
That's true.
Or the country or wherever you are to see what you want to see. Mm-hmm. Because when I do those 3-day trips, and this is me personally, I come back with an attitude like all this paperwork on my desk, or or these photos I forgot to edit. Yeah. So there is a small little. Let me get right back to it. Versus that 5th day, you've seen everything. That's the day you relax.
Like, okay.
That's the day you relax on your trip. And then day 6 is you're gathering yourself. You're going to get gifts for people. You're doing all those small things so you don't miss your flight. Yeah. But those 3 to 4 days, you're scrambling.
Yeah.
You're scrambling.
That's true.
You're figuring out where you are. You're figuring out what people are doing. You're seeing what your budget's going to look like. You're doing all this while you're there.
That's true.
So that could be one of the little attitudes that you had coming back because you wasn't ready to leave yet.
I wasn't ready to come back.
You wasn't ready.
And then also like I just got a really bad habit of letting small shit get to me when the bigger picture is like great. Like I think I'm gonna get that tattooed or something. Like something about zooming out. Because like I don't know. And you'd be like, what the fuck? Like I really will let a small thing that taints my day like completely ruin my mood.
I can tell when you're not even in a space to like be receptive to anything that I'm saying.
It mostly comes from work.
Yeah,
it mostly comes from work of me like just. That's a whole nother story. We're
gonna have to have a show about that.
Like when people talk to me during work when it's like a stressful day like today, I don't have the capacity to be myself.
Notice I didn't call you.
Yeah, I don't have the capacity to be like, oh yeah, like in a chipper mood. It's just like no, yes, okay, like.
I can already tell by you answer the phone, so I'd be like, I know you're working. I just have one question. That's why I always say that.
I hate being like that to people, but
I get it.
But I'm about to start at 9.
We used to start
Stop
listening
at 5.
to Casey's advice.
Yep.
Hey, man. I'm only speaking from experience, bro, because I used to feel like that going on trips. I really used to feel like that going on trips.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see what the cities have to offer.
I would too. Shit.
But you really can't do that in big cities in 3 days.
You cannot. It's not possible.
New York. Come on now. You think you're going to see all 5 boroughs in New York in 3 days?
I spent 2 weeks in New York. I had to be there for a long time.
2 weeks. Girl, bye. She was there for like a month.
See? I was there for 2 weeks, girl.
Not for 2 weeks. No, you were not.
And it was great, wasn't it?
Like 2.5.
It was great, wasn't it?
It was amazing.
See?
It felt good. I can't wait to do that again.
Yep.
Sponsor.
Shout out to our sponsor for this week, Array Gems. Ooh, ooh. If you don't know, Array Gems is a Black-owned jewelry company. They have sponsored our show, and I absolutely love that you're actually every time, and Moni as my witness, every time y'all see me, I have on my Array Gems earrings. It says black as fuck because I'm black as fuck.
Let them know.
I love that it's summertime. I can wear the gold. It don't make my ears itch. It don't make my skin itch. My chain and my little name thing, because this is actually from Array Gems too. This has never, ever changed color. So I'm like, oh yeah, let's run it.
I was looking on her website. I want to get one that says extra.
Oh, I know how we should both get one that says extra.
Yeah, I really do want one.
Okay, let's do that. So branding,
ladies and gentlemen.
But shout out to Array Gems. If you guys haven't already, we do have them posted on our page. But if you guys haven't already, feel free to follow them on Instagram, shop their store, like their pictures, comment on their pictures, and share their posts and support them because they support us. So shout out to you, Array Gems.
Yeah. Let's get to this topic. All right.
I was on a crip rock right now. Sorry, I was holding that in for a long time. Go ahead. I know.
I was trying to teach my nephew.
I saw you. I was rolling. He was like, no. And no.
So what's the story of how you got started with photography and videography? Like, did people believe in you? Like, nope, of course not.
Dang,
so
with the real quick, nope.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm not. It's not a long story, but I'm gonna keep it short and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Photography was not my go-to end-all career choice when I was 21 years old.
Okay.
Or 21 years old.
Okay.
It was more of I exhausted all of my art classes at SMC. So I wanted to be an art major at first. I want to be a real-life animator, sketch artist.
Got it. So you had that background. Yeah,
so that was my background. So all through high school, I linked up with a Black artist at my school at uni, Mr. Smith, shout out to you. And he just took me under his wing and was like, you don't have to be a different ethnicity to be an artist. It's whatever you see, whatever you feel. And then I thought about it, my mom was an artist. So, just, words trigger,
right.
Memories, whatever. So I took that around with it. So now I'm like, 40 credits short at SMC, but I can't graduate because I don't have any more electives to take. I took all of my art classes to graduate. So my professor was like, dude, you need a different type of art. So this is what's available. Photography, sculpting, and something that's escaping my mind right now. So I was like, I'm definitely up to be sculpting. Because I looked at the schedule, was like, bro, I'll be here until 11 o'clock messing with clay.
Yeah, no.
I was like, no,
I took that in high school.
And it was messy, yeah. But again, I don't mind working with my hands, but I just thought about it, I was like, bro, I don't want to be up here till 11 o'clock sculpting. Like, I'm going to hate this.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, photography is the only other option. And he was like, yeah. I was like, then I got to buy a camera. I was complaining. I was giving Miss Bradford at SMC the blues, bro. And she was just like, you want to graduate? This is what you got to do. So I was like, all right. Took the class, got the syllabus, and was like, I gotta buy a $600 camera. I was like,
get this syllabus.
I was like, bro, oh my god, so I ran by my mom. She looked at me sideways. Looked at my dad. Looked at me sideways. I did have a job, by the way, but
yeah,
it's still you don't want to spend your own money.
Bread for a class I didn't care about.
Right.
Like, I bought all my own art supplies, like the easels and all that. That came out of pocket, no problem. But I was like, let's see if I can finesse this. So I talked to my granddad, rest his soul. He was like, if I'm gonna give you this money, you do something with it. So I was like, rolled my eyes, whatever, took the bread, got the camera. Nikon D40 held me down for 2 years. Right. So take the class. I'm there. I'm irritated. I ditched the next 2 weeks. Was not messing with it. Didn't like the teacher. Didn't like what she was making us do. None of that. So then, boom, I hit the academic probation list. And then my Miss Bradford was like, "You're not going to class, are you?" And I was like, "How you know?" She was like, "Because I can see your attendance, bro." And I was like, "What am I, in high school?" She was like, "No, you should be the way that you're acting." Like, Miss Bradford, if you went to SMC, you know Miss Bradford. You know Miss Bradford does not hold her tongue. She's the head of the Black Collegians board at SMC. If people are at SMC or looking to go to SMC, please enroll in the Black Collegians program. It really helped me out.
Oh, that's
so
good,
shout out to them. So anyway, fast forward. Now I'm in class, but I'm in class. I'm loaded. I'm smelling like weed. I'm just there. I'm a shell.
Yeah.
But I'm turning in my stuff as I'm supposed to. So my teacher, towards midterms, bro, she let everybody leave. And she kept me in the classroom and she grilled me.
That's the worst. Get held back.
Bruh, she grilled me. This little white lady named Miss Walker. I'll never forget her.
Yeah. That's when you
4'11". She looked like a strung out little white lady, but she was the sweetest lady in the world. And I really feel bad because I disrespected her space. Coming in class lit, eyes red, sitting in the corner, sleeping in class. Like I was doing it all, guys. Like I was failing my first ever photography class.
Yeah.
So fast forward, you got the eye, you have the potential, you can do this. When I was turning assignments,
yeah,
when I was turning assignments, right?
Oh, so she saw like talent.
She saw the talent. So towards the end of the class, she started making me sit in the front of the class with no desk around me. So whenever I turn in my assignments, it's everybody's looking at my shit on the wall with a projector. I'm just looking at my work and I'm just hearing comments fly.
Oh, that's beautiful.
The camera should have been held this way. You should have looked up comments. This way. Oh my God. She was like, "You're gonna sit here and take this criticism."
Damn.
She said, because if you're gonna be an artist in this crazy world, not everybody's gonna like your stuff.
Right.
And then I was like, and she was like, and I see that you draw. Don't you know that being a sketch artist? You might submit this to a newspaper and they'd be like, "We don't like the way you drew these lines, but we like the way this other girl did it."
Right.
So how am I gonna lift my head and walk out that office when I'm seeing the girl get the job in front of me? Not, "Oh, we're gonna call you later." No, they pick people in the same room.
Right.
You gotta deal with it.
Yeah.
So after that, she was like, "You're failing. I don't think it's possible for you to pass, but this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you 3 assignments to knock out. If you can knock out these 3 assignments, I'll let you slide with a C-.
Nice.
And I can get my full credits towards transferring to Northridge or wherever I was gonna go.
Right.
But then you have to enroll in this photography class after.
Okay.
That's the only way you're gonna pass this class. I can talk to the dean of the photography department, and I can slide you in if you do this and then register for this next semester.
Okay.
If you don't, I will go call Miss Bradford and tell her that you violated your contract.
Dang.
And then put you on academic probation, and then you will have to miss a full semester, and you won't be able to walk for ceremony."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Damn, this lady put a lot of pressure on your boy."
Right.
So I was like, but I stepped up to the challenge. I knocked it out. I finished my first photography class with a C-. That next immediate class was film photography, and I fell in love.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was just a whole different. It was just a whole different journey for you after that.
Then it was like I was able to take apart a camera, put the camera back together, take the film, process the film with my own 2 bare hands in the pitch black in the red room, learning the different chemicals I needed and all that. I was like, "Oh man," and I love working with my hands. I'm a baseball player. I work with kids. I'm very hands-on as an artist.
Right.
Yeah.
That right there just clicked. After that, I transferred to Northridge, did all that. I graduated, came right back to SMC to finish the photography program because that was just the impact it left on me.
Nice.
I got to see real life teachers in the field still teaching young adults the craft. And every teacher that I've had, I can still name them off the top of my head. I'm bad with names. I can remember each photography teacher I've had and then the connections that they gave me because they thought my work was worth being talked about.
Nice.
That's dope.
So that's my photography spill.
That's dope.
Amazing. Yeah.
I know.
It's flunked out of photography. And now look at me now.
Shout out to them for being on your head and really seeing that you needed that, because she could have just ignored it and been like,
yeah, and just let me flunk and not transfer.
It's just crazy to think when you see your work, that was even a thing.
Like me,
bruh,
that you was just like, fuck that shit.
Yeah,
whatever.
Partying and staying up all night, and I really got the taste of freedom, and then I saw what it did to my my academics. It was crazy.
Right.
I love so far that like it's kind of like you stumbled into it, and then DJ Artistic stumbled into DJing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll DJ this party.
I heard his story.
Yeah.
This shit crazy.
Yeah.
I know, and then now he's like the best. Like, you know, it just is really cool.
So we've seen a lot of your work, obviously. And people that follow you, I've read some of the comments and stuff like that, and you really do take your time to capture a lot of true LA.
Yeah.
The LA that we know.
The LA that we know. Yeah.
That we grew up in.
So my question to you is, why do you feel like it's important to capture the less glamorous parts, quote unquote, less glamorous parts of LA?
Yeah, you can answer that first.
The less glamorous
because I'm trying to think if I wanted to ask both, but so just to answer that,
specifically of the coasters, which are really cool. I got my dad for Christmas because he is born and raised LA, so I knew he would appreciate it.
She mentioned the coasters. All those coaster pictures, except for the Nipsey ones, or a few of those Nipsey ones, I took in 2011.
Wow,
that's crazy.
2010. So that's when I first started photography. So those are some of the pictures that were on the wall that people were talking about. So I've held on to those pictures forever because I just thought they meant something.
And now they do.
Now look, Inglewood don't look nothing like that no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's a good point. You're right, because the Hollywood Park
Park is no longer like that no more. You feel me? Randy's Donuts got a facelift.
Yep.
Manshaw got a facelift.
Yep.
Manchester Crenshaw got a facelift.
Yep.
None of that look the same no more. So I really, at that point in time, would just ride around on my little Jetta, hop out, stop traffic, snap a couple pictures, and keep pushing. I'm dead serious. I'll stop traffic to get the shot that I needed.
Yeah.
Like that shot on Manchester by the Jack in the Box in the theater.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of the street in my car. I hopped out and was just like, okay, green light. I gotta get this picture though. If I keep driving around, I'm out of bounds. I'm not in Inglewood, nigga. Like,
right.
I'm
one quick stop.
Otherwise, it's gonna start drawing attention. It's broad daylight. The rallies was cracking. So I was like, let me just. You see somebody with a camera, everybody's heads on a swivel. So
right.
I don't want to get caught out there.
You gotta be quick.
Snatch your shit.
Have to make it quick. So back to your question, it's just something that I love, bro. I love everything about our city. It's not just Hollywood, which people come out here and think that Hollywood is just top 10. Nah, come down to the culture, come down to the community. It ain't all bad. Especially come down with nothing but respect and you look like you're there for a reason. If you're looking like you out of place, that's when things go sideways.
Yeah.
So growing up, I grew up in every part of the city, man. My family lived on 77th. My family lived in Overhills. My family lived in Venice. My dad worked in Venice. My mom worked in the Harbor City District. Like I was all over the place.
Yeah.
So me, I used to like just riding around in the city with my family. And my head is glued out the window. I just love the sights. So me getting this drone now and getting the aerial views of the city,
them drone views be crazy.
I'm just thinking if I had that then of the freeways, before the freeways got opened up, and before the freeways started overlapping each other and stuff like that, I can imagine the type of stuff I could have got back then.
Right.
So I just feel like it's important for me to get that part of the city versus the stuff that people see on Instagram every day, all day. Which is, Hollywood and the Hollywood scene.
And then even what they show you about Hollywood is not even that. That's the thing.
It's not. But what I'm showing you with my photography in the city is that. My favorite picture that I've taken that I can think of is the lady with the umbrella in front of.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
In front of Louisiana on Manchester.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she saw me take her picture and just kept pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like she saw me squatting down, angling up, and she just walked through it. And then so did the dudes on the side. Like that to me is what I grew up in. People minding their own business, going about their day. That's what makes that part of the city so beautiful to me.
Yep.
It ain't all the negative stuff that people hear in songs and stuff like that. So and then I like to make people feel comfortable when I have my camera out. Some people tighten up, some people get aggressive and stuff like that. So I learned with these classes, a smaller lens, easier on the eyes.
Less intimidating.
Less intimidating. Those big old telephoto lenses, that's get people in trouble. That's why Kanye was snapping on those paparazzis. I saw those lenses that they put in boys' face. It was like, man, I would feel a type of way too. Like you're really in my personal space. So I like the landscaping parts of LA. And then now looking back, I'm glad I did it because our city don't even look the same.
It doesn't.
That's a very good point.
It don't even look
completely
the same.
different.
Yeah. That
Completely
Inglewood
different.
stuff make me sad though.
So
it's really frustrating.
So that's why I'm glad I held on to those pictures. I'm glad I did what I did then and still kind of doing it now. And I do have the time to go scout the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because I'm catching parts of the city. Like Alex's fish on King is gone. Alex Fish.
For real?
Exactly. Yup. Gone.
I had just heard about that place maybe like a couple years ago. Because
I probably just drive by and I think, but that's a state.
Yeah.
That fish market.
Because growing up, I was never like in LA until I started being an adult.
It's on King.
Okay.
It's right after Dinker if you're coming from the Crenshaw district.
Okay. Yeah, see, I didn't grow up on that side. I grew up on the east side. That's what I was more familiar with. But in the Overhills though, like Yee's, Yee's Chinese food, I know that people like that place a lot. And
Yee's wasn't all of that. It was just Yee's. This is me. This is just me. Yee's was just is there.
It's there.
If we wanted authentic Chinese food without going anywhere, Yee's was the spot. Niggas wasn't waking up, I want Yee's today. It was kind of like, I don't want Panda Express. I don't want none of that.
So let's go to
Yee's. But I am sad that it's gone because I grew up in that area.
Yeah.
That's my area of the city. I grew up in the Overhills. Like, I actually grew up in the Overhills. So walking to Yee's every day after school was on the way home.
Right.
And then now that it's gone, so John and Vinny's now, I kind of don't know how to feel about that. I know I got some pictures of Yee's somewhere that I gotta go dig up now.
You gotta go look through. You gotta go look through all the files.
But I think I answered your question though. Like,
yeah. So who else do you think does a good job with that?
Capturing the city?
Yeah.
Photography or videography?
Either one.
Videography, I'm gonna give it to my boy Slim.
Okay.
My boy Slim.
I know he's talking Slim Imagination or something like that. Yeah.
He does a good job of capturing the culture. That's not necessarily the city, but actually no, the city. I'll give him both of that. That boy is doing his thing. Photographers. I got my boy Taylor Gilmore. Taylor Gilmore Photos is his Instagram. He does a really good job of capturing like day-to-day life in the city.
Nice.
Specifically like downtown. That boy is not afraid to put a camera in your face. He's not afraid to put a camera in your face and get his shot. I know so many photographers. My boy Mark Peace, he does a good job of that. My favorite collection from his is he did a shot with Corrupt back in the day. Like,
oh, okay.
And those pictures are fire. He's worked with YG as well. So shout out to those three guys.
I feel like I don't know enough photographers in LA.
It's not that many. Oh, I gotta give it to my boy Zaire. Zaire and I started.
Oh, we know Zaire.
You know Zaire.
Yeah.
Porterhouse, LA. I think that's his title. Yeah. He does a good job. I think he might have navigated away from city photography.
His weddings.
He does a lot of events now, weddings.
But when he was shooting the city, he was shooting some stuff.
Yeah.
And then my girl, Ayla, I don't think she's shooting that much anymore. She's more focused on her nail thing. But
yeah,
it's a handful of like actual LA photographers who shoot LA content.
Cloud Nye, she's dope.
Yeah,
she's amazing.
I've seen her stuff. And Jess, the one that does Shades photos, she does really good too. You know who I'm talking about? She does all of Shadrika's photos.
Shaderica?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's not a lot though.
You know who I'm talking about?
I don't know who the photographer is, but
her name is
I followed her because Shaderica had tagged her and I was like, oh
yeah.
But I do want to just give a big shout out to all the LA photographers that I am missing.
Absolutely.
There's a lot that I just can't think of.
I know you know Sherman too.
Yeah. Yep. On him, my boy D Hat.
You know a lot of people. You actually know my boyfriend's best friend, Tahoe. I've seen you guys at a lot of pictures.
Yeah, my boy Tahoe. That boy is sick with the graffiti skills.
Yes, he is.
My boy Tahoe. Yeah. He's another really good artist and now pretty good friend of mine. We talk often. We have the same taste in a lot of cultural aspects of art and sneakers and stuff like that. So yeah, but I haven't known him that long. I've only known him maybe a couple months.
Yeah, because I think that's when I recently started saying, I was like, dang, Casey know everybody.
I just be in the right places, man.
Be in the right places.
You know,
that's it.
With that, I'm gonna skip to this other question. Just because the fact that you like can shout out so many photographers and just people that are creating in LA. So some people think that LA doesn't have a sense of community.
That's wild.
Especially like with Black people. I remember like my therapist was trying to get me to move to another place. She's like, yeah, LA people, it's really hard to adapt here. And I do understand that. But she's like, you guys don't have, you're not open. You don't have like a sense of community here.
That's not true at all.
Yeah.
It's all
Especially
about,
with Black people.
it's perspective though.
Yeah.
And I kind of like to play the fence on this though, because there was a point in time where we were extremely open. We were extremely open to people coming out here and being friendly and taking them to Hollywood and showing them the nightlife and coming to the hood to show them the good food and where to shop and things like that. And then we got slapped in the face.
Yeah.
You know, we got slapped in the face. Those people stayed. They brought their friends here. They took what we showed them and didn't do it the way that we showed them. And it left a bad taste in their friend's mouth. And then when they go back home, that's the stigma they're taking with them.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good way to put it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't, oh, let me introduce you to the people who showed me around. It was let me do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus a group of people coming out here and they link up with y'all two, for example.
Right.
They're gonna have the time of their lives because you guys know where to go, you know where not to go, you know what to do, you know what not to do.
Yeah.
So for her saying that, it rubs me kind of a different way because we're all about community.
Yeah.
For example, I just met Tahoe. But me and Tahoe, we've had arguments, we've had conversations, we've just DM'd each other random sneakers, or you copping this, you copping that. What's more community than that?
Right.
Well, then when I see him out, we quick to jump on the Domino's table.
Right.
And just talk about whatever we want to talk about at the time.
Right.
And I'm just using him as an example because that's someone that you can know and you can relate to.
Yeah.
But I've met other LA natives this year, last year, who I'm cool with now because we know certain people, we've been through certain avenues, we've escaped a lot of the same near-death situations growing up in LA.
Exactly.
We were just talking about that on the last show.
That's community.
Even the small things that we've done when Alex decided to do the barbecue at the park.
See?
We didn't know a lot of those people.
See?
But everybody
like
was there together.
I feel like the internet has helped for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because you could meet somebody and then like all of a sudden they pop up on Instagram and you're like, oh, that's the person that was at the barbecue, or that's the person I was with.
So what's dope what's dope about that is we all know Alex is from Detroit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He linked up with Kenway. Kenway is in Inglewood. And he used to do his infamous Don's parties and all that crazy stuff, right? So that's like the perfect blend of community. Detroit is all about community. I don't know a lot of people who moved from Detroit to LA who haven't met each other and are like really cool now.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like Detroit people in LA,
they all click.
Yeah.
But Detroit and LA people click.
Yeah.
Like heavy.
Yeah.
And
Coop.
Boom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Coop. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
shout out to you, Coop.
that's what's more welcoming and more of a community than that. We're embracing you to our city and to our culture.
Yeah.
And we don't even know you from just a party.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't understand where that stigma comes from of LA people who are doing this. This is people in Hollywood who are acting wild, but when you sit down and talk to them, they'll tell you they're not from LA.
Yeah. I think a lot of what happens too is that some, not all, but some people come here and try to act what they think LA people act like.
Man, that's another one.
Life, a new personality.
But people have been doing that for a minute, which is why people come out here and they get those jobs in restaurants because they have the flexibility to go to these castings and stuff like that. That's not new. It's just overboard now.
Yeah,
it's overboard now.
And I think LA people don't like that because even when we've been out and we go, I'm like, these niggas not from here. And they doing too much.
They doing the most.
It's fucking irritated me.
So
then
I asked the question, where did you pick up that behavior from?
Right.
Because none of my LA people act like that.
None of us act like that. We went to a party her birthday weekend. I won't say the name of the party, but we went to a party and literally like every 3 minutes on the song, the person kept saying, if you're not from LA, make some noise. And I'm like, damn. And
everybody was making
you
noise.
Here in LA though. Like, what the fuck?
They never shouted out, oh, if you from here. It was just was a transplant party.
Yeah.
It's a lot of those.
And it gave those vibes. And now
I felt so uncomfortable.
Now I know because I had that feeling when we saw the flyer. I'm like, I never heard of this, and then shout out to them. They doing their thing in their lane, you know. And it was cool. They had cool DJs, but it was just kind of like the flyers are like celebrity people that they've had at their parties, and I was kind of like, I don't even know.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't really like this. And then at first I already wasn't feeling it, but then when I had to keep like you don't have to keep saying if you're not from LA, make some noise. This is like I'll walk the fuck up out this bitch.
But,
yeah, I never go to that.
They don't know. They don't know what else to say. They don't know the crowd presence that they're bringing. They don't know how to rock the crowd. So they think being disrespectful is just a thing to do, especially because a lot of them.
Yeah.
And it's their party. They feel comfortable doing that.
Absolutely.
Do that.
It was weak.
Do that. I wish you would come do that at the GS or at the district.
The GS, no, I done seen some stuff go down at the GS. I'd be like, time to go. Hey, exit the door.
I want to go to the district. I still haven't been there yet.
Oh, the food is fire.
Let's do it.
The food is good.
Yeah, I'm down to go.
The food is good.
Let's do it. For real.
Oh yeah, let's go next weekend or something.
Okay. Let's wear a mask because the Delta.
Yeah.
But the district's indoor and outdoor though, so I think it'll be all right.
I'd rather sit outside.
Yeah.
And you know what? We've been having some good little summertime weather to do the outside stuff.
I know.
We have not had a real summer day in LA yet.
Not a real summer day.
I'm scared of that. I feel like that's gonna come in August.
It's gonna come
September.
It's gonna come in October.
I think it's gonna come in October too.
I think our
it always comes
pushed.
after. Yeah, it always comes after summer. It just randomly started being hot these last 2 days, and I'm like, "Hey, dog,
you right. You are so right.
It always come late.
It's gonna come late again.
Yeah,
it always come late."
But there are a lot of transplants out here that I'm really cool with. I've made a lot of good friends with people who are not from LA.
Same.
Nah, I really love the transplants that come out here and actually respect it, and like just what Alex did. Just because I grew up in like a strict household, like I grew up in the hood, but I couldn't. My dad didn't let me go to parties. Like I didn't really have that. So, and then when you turn 21, it's like the Hollywood stuff where you got to wear heels and it's like sections and stuff.
I don't miss those days at all.
But I feel like when I started getting introduced to like going out to where it's like safer, and I know it's still safe in the hood. It's just that for me, I wasn't used to it because my dad was just like, no, don't do this.
Same.
It's Crips over there. It's Bloods,
But that's smart though, because my dad did the same thing to me. And I grew up on 77th and Gramercy at my auntie's house.
Woo.
So same thing for me. As soon as I got my car, my dad was like, do not go east to Crenshaw. Do not go south to Crenshaw. All four directions. Like, be mindful of Crenshaw.
Right.
When you do your thing. And him like, why are you telling us not? Because you're in a navy blue car. You got rims. You got tents. And I see you wearing that NY hat all the time. I used to wear NY hats all the time. So my dad was like, just be careful when you're over there. Because I know your cousins live over there. You grew up over there, but be careful over there. Just having someone to tell you that made you move a little bit differently.
Yeah.
Made you move a little bit differently.
For sure. But yeah, I'm glad that he like kind of brought that out of like the real LA people and gave us a space to like not be Hollywood and gave other transplants a space to experience shit that's not Hollywood.
And I couldn't tell you anybody who's actually from LA who enjoys going to Hollywood.
Anytime people have invited me, I was like, "Oh, where's that Hollywood?" I'd be like,
"Yeah, we get that attitude about it." Or when it's like BET weekend or All Star weekend or something,
I can hate it.
And the transplants be like, "Oh, it's All Star weekend," and we be like,
"No."
So
I worked BET weekend like 2 years in a row. Hated it.
I just be wanting to go to the concert,
but I don't like. It's just too many groupies. Sorry to the groupies that I know. It's too many groupies.
Groupies that I know.
Sorry to y'all.
Remember we went to fucking what did we go to? That was so cloudy.
Revolt.
The Revolt Summit.
I was like, this is not what I wanted.
I remember that.
I didn't like it.
I thought it was gonna be people there like learning and just cool stuff, but it was just like
it was people trying to get picked up. It was people trying to get choked. Like it was just a lot. And I was like, oh, I don't like this. But yeah, BT weekend is just like a lot of it's not what I expected. Yeah, it's traffic. People trying to be seen and stuff like that. And that's okay if that's what you want to do. But it kind of like overcrowds people that actually just want to go experience everything.
And then boom, that's when those people go do it, and they take that negative energy back to where they came from, and then
like
the stigma
LA sold
gets
this.
Yeah.
worse and worse and worse.
Yep. I agree.
I will say that some people say it's hard to like meet LA native people, and it probably takes a certain type of person to do it. But the reason why a lot of us know each other, aside from the internet, is because all of the high schools in LA and people moving from high school to high school, or people
absolutely
going to middle school and then going to a different high school outside the district. So it's kind of like,
yeah,
it's probably like 2 degrees of separation for the Black people in LA.
Yeah,
for sure.
Over 25, over 26. It's different now.
Yeah,
it's different now. So different now. LAUSD is like dinosaur land.
Absolutely.
It's all charter schools and school extensions and magnet
I think my
schools.
child gonna be homeschooled. How shit looking right now?
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Homeschool. Your friends gonna have to be your cousins.
That's sad.
I'm sorry, I can't trust. That's a conversation for another day. But I just can't trust the things that's being pushed into schools right now. You even gotta watch shit that they putting on your babies' television shows now. Like I can't do it. Can't trust it.
Is there anything else positive that you think?
Sorry.
Is there anything else positive that you think that transplants have brought to LA?
Oh, they've opened avenues for LA natives to connect with bigger brands.
Absolutely.
I can say that for sure.
Absolutely.
I can say that for sure. They've definitely opened up avenues in any industry that you want to be in now. I don't know how they did it or what they did to do it, but you know, a lot of LA natives were closed off.
Yeah.
We knew one type of life. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't always the party scene. It was whatever you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Now all the avenues cross or they intertwine now. So they've definitely opened up avenues. Like, for example, I'm gonna use Alex again because we all know Alex.
Yeah.
Every time I go to his parties, I walk out with maybe 2 or 3 photography jobs.
Yeah.
Nice.
If I'm not shooting for them, with them, you know what I'm saying? So I can definitely say they've opened up the avenue of networking.
I agree.
But you also have to allow yourself to network. I've learned that too.
Yeah, because some people don't. I'm some people. I don't really like to network.
Girl,
like that.
bye. You can stop with that friending. Like, you're very friendly. You meet a lot of
I'm
people.
selectively friendly. I'm selectively friendly.
Okay.
It depends on if I like the person's energy or not. It depends on if I like what they're doing and shit. But Moni, I don't know why Moni keeps trying to tell people that I'm like the nicest person in the world.
Because you are deep down inside.
To you.
That's a tough girl.
To you. To you. Like I'm sorry to say this, but anybody that truly knows me knows that I do not like people.
Bro, you met Yap once and y'all are besties.
But his energy though. And then I also was going into it with I was just like, okay, let me be on my best behavior because Moni is introducing me to these people. I'm a representation of you. Yeah. So I'm not going to go in with my resting bitch face. I literally practice not having resting bitch face before the night.
Good job.
I have to do that, you know, and even when you be laughing at me when I'm like, I have to build up social minutes to be able to be out because.
I mean, I do too because I'm shy.
Sometimes okay.
I am shy.
Yeah. But I just, it's like sometimes you just don't like a person's energy or get down. And it's not that I don't necessarily like the person because you have to know somebody to not like them. But I could tell if I'm gonna like a person or not to
based off the first couple minutes
hang out with them. Yeah.
It always confuses me when I don't like people.
And I'm a very because I like to read the room. So some people be like, oh yeah, I thought you were like a total bitch. And I was like, oh, I was just reading the people in the room. Like I wasn't even thinking nothing about none of y'all at that particular time. Like I was just trying to figure out if I liked y'all or not. And people pretty much know if I do or if I don't. That's a fact, for the most part. Like I don't pretend. I don't, and I'll let somebody know like, yeah, you know, your first impression of me was kind of so I don't really want to be around you anymore. And I mean, if they don't like it, that's too bad. I mean, because I'm not gonna take it back. But I can definitely say that I think choosing to be around the right people kind of puts you in the right space. You almost, I think what happens, has happened to me and why I've grown so much as a person is because I trust the people that I'm already around and the people that they choose to bring me around. Now, there has been a few times where I'm just like,
that's true.
I don't know about your friend, homegirl. Like, you know, but for the most part, it's like I trust Moni, you know, I trust Keith and all this other stuff. And so it's just kind of like them bringing me around. Certain people are saying, hey, we're going to go support this event. I fuck with this person. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm already going into it with a good type of space or energy.
That's a good way to be.
Yeah, unless that person does something that rubs me the wrong way. And then I'm just like, okay, never mind. But I can definitely say, hey, Michael.
I didn't see him in there.
Yeah, but I can definitely say, that going to these day parties, and connecting with people definitely puts you in a space to get to meet new people from like other places, and even being able to like visit them. Like sometimes people be like, oh, I'm going back home. You want to come? Like when they're not from LA or something like that. I'm just saying I've seen that. I'm just saying like I've seen that happen, and it's cool. Or it's cool to have friends from other places where it's just like you can meet up with people once you get there, and they, like you said, when people come here to LA, you actually know somebody from there. They can take you to see certain things. Yeah. When we go places and have friends from there, and we can see the things that we need to see versus just fucking around.
That's a fact though, because I like to travel a lot now. I didn't travel a lot when I was growing up in LA because that wasn't a thing for people to do in LA.
Mm-hmm. We stayed in our territory, stayed in our zone, our territory, whatever you want to call it. We stayed in our neighborhoods where we went, you know, to places that we popular. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't do a lot of traveling. So all those Vegas trips people did in Cancun and Miami, I didn't do any of that.
Right.
New York was the most I did.
Mm-hmm.
So then when my homegirl moved out of state, she moved to Philly. That was like the start of my endeavors of traveling.
Was Philly weird to you? I didn't like Philly.
I wasn't a fan.
Philly showed me the time of my life.
Really?
See, we probably have to go visit Philly people. Derek was like, y'all need to come back and give it another chance.
Yeah, I didn't like Philly.
Listen to this. So my homegirl worked at Penn. She was a student advisor.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Philly for 2 weeks because we were planning to go to my homeboy's graduation in DC.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, he's graduating from Howard Law. So I spent a month in the East Side, just traveling.
Wow.
She gave me a set of keys. I took my camera, and I was in New York. I was in Baltimore. I was in Virginia. I was all over the place. But I always come back to Philly at like 3 or 4 a.m., right? Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't stay. Philly doesn't go to sleep just like New York doesn't go to sleep.
They don't.
But you gotta know where, who to talk to.
Yeah.
So I don't know what my drunk ass did, but I linked up with the right person. And I saw Philly nightlife for like 2 weeks straight.
Wow.
You would think that me and all these dudes were best friends. I was all in North Philly. I was all in South Philly. I was all around the city. I was at this club. I can't remember the name of the clubs. Saw a couple of my homegirls who are now DJing, getting their stripes. Like, oh shit, you're DJing in this club? Stokes, what the fuck you doing here? I was like, bro, I have no idea. I'm here. I'm on the stage. They're playing LA music because I'm asking for it. So my homegirl finally gets a night off. She goes out with her boyfriend. It's me and all her homegirls, and I'm like the only guy. And it's me, him, and it's all these girls. So we already got in because we bought our tickets.
Mm-hmm.
So when I get in, I don't stay with them. I just venture off into the party to go have fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I met these people. Now all of a sudden I got the backstage wristbands.
I'm sitting here. Oh, you just the fly.
I was just, and then they're blowing my phone up. I'm not answering because I'm having fun. So I see a flashlight hitting me, and it's them in the crowd, and I'm on the stage. And I'm like, oh shit! And they're like, I see her hands go up, like, nigga, what?
Like, what's happening?
They lost you.
They thought they lost me, but all of a sudden you're on the stage, or DJ shouting out your name like they know you.
That's funny.
And then when they go home, I stay with them, and then we go to like 3 different hookah lounges. We go to Max's to get some cheesesteaks or whatever. and then I go back to them, back in wherever she lived in Philly. She was like, bro,
wow,
were you even with us tonight? I was just like,
right.
I was like, man, I don't know.
That's how you supposed to do it.
But then I was just Philly. And then we go to DC for my homeboy's thing, and same thing.
I had fun in DC, even though it was cold as fuck. It was like 13 degrees when we were there. Yeah. Seriously.
We went on the tail end of summer, so it was still kind of hot.
Oh yeah, no. The gutter water was frozen when we went. Yeah. Oh, no. But I still have fun. I still had a lot of fun in DC, minus the stalker that tried to steal me from y'all. Oh, but Other than that, DC was lit.
Was that DC?
That was DC.
I'll go back to DC.
Oh, yeah.
I would damn sure go back to Philly though. Philly, because the black community is like kind of like Black LA in a sense.
I didn't get to experience
you
that.
know what? When we went to that cheesesteak place before we went to the
that area was very black.
Yes. And I was like, damn, why are we going to Animal House? I want to stay here. Like, I want to it looked fun. It was like I forgot what street it was. Whatever street that people go out over there.
It seemed like it was like a downtown kind of area.
So many black people. And you already know, like in LA, if you see a bunch of black people, it's on purpose. Like it's because there's a planned event. You don't really see that. But out there, I was like, shit.
They just be out.
Yeah. That night was actually fun. But the rest of it, like I mean, we got to see Philly and it was fun, but it was just like meh to me. And I don't know if I was just ready to go home because we were already gone for like a week in New York and then we caught the bus to Philly.
We went from like New York
that mega bus to Philly.
We went to two festivals in the same year. We went to Afropunk and then we waited, caught the bus, and then went to Made in America.
I'm glad we did that. That was
Philly was fun. I took my camera into the heart of Philly.
Yeah,
I got some really good pictures of Philly.
Yeah,
like some really good ones. It was kind of dangerous.
Of course,
it was kind of dangerous. But
okay, I did the most dangerous thing you could ever do in Philly. I left our Airbnb.
I don't know why you did that. I don't know why we let you do that.
I don't know what was happening. I think I might have had an attitude. I really don't remember.
You
but
stormed out or something?
No, so it rained like almost half of Made in America. So clothes are like drenched, right? And you have to take your clothes back. I didn't want my clothes to smell like mildew and not be able to like wear them again. Because once your clothes mildew, even if you wash them, it still smell like that.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
And that was my favorite pair of overalls, my only pair of overalls I had, and like all this other stuff. So I was like, I need to go to a laundromat. And I looked up this laundromat on the phone, and my dumb ass walked all the way to the laundromat, and I can tell I had walked into the wrong part of Philly real quick. It looked completely different than where we were staying. People were staring at me. I was like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna get killed over here. Like, I walked into the thing, they could smell that I was not from. I did the quickest fucking wash I could. I didn't even care. It needs to be a little bit clean. I just need to like go back.
That's some sketchy stuff, bro.
It took me. I was gone for like 3.5 hours, I think.
Yeah, we had went to brunch and came back.
They were very upset that I had just walked into this weird ass part of Philly by myself.
I don't even know how we let you do that. You would not let me do that.
I wouldn't. But I think I'm tough. I always think I'm tough.
Was like, I need to wash my stuff. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Yeah, I just wasn't gonna go back with mildew clothes. I wasn't gonna do it.
Yeah.
But I was actually very scared. I was glad that I didn't. And Moni knows, like, I try to tell her that I don't do this, but I do. I always get super dressed up to do nothing, like all the time. And I'm glad that I didn't do that.
Looking at you.
No, I didn't. Okay, so I was like, wow, I might be a little bit safe, but they can definitely smell that I'm not from over here. Like they know that I'm not from over here for sure. So that was a very scary. I was actually scared of that, but yeah, I'll never do that again.
Yeah, when I was in New York for that extended period, I was scared, but then everybody was telling me, like, I knew this guy from New York out there. He was like, you in the gentrified area, it's fine. But I'm like, y'all gentrified area still got rats. And like, it's
rats everywhere.
It still look crazy. But I was like nervous walking like around by myself like the first day. But then I was like,
after that, it was just like,
let me just walk fast like everybody else. And it look like I'm from here.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about traveling anywhere. It looks like you belong.
Exactly. Walk fast, look like you know where you're going. So what's been your experience working with kids, mentoring young kids?
Man, it's beautiful actually. Especially when you get a group of kids who take in the information you're giving them. Because
that's so lovely.
Yeah, because I like to give them experience. Because I'm relatively young to some of the kids still.
Yeah.
So I wasn't too separated from what they're going through now, especially kids that are now adults. I'm now on a more of a mentored level with them versus a coach.
Yeah.
Then I got kids who are still in the coaching stages who are like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13-ish. But then I also got the 17-year-olds who are driving and got part-time jobs, but DMing me because something happened in their day-to-day that I can't tell their parents.
Yeah.
Like that type of stuff is dope. That type of stuff is dope.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really a knucklehead growing up. I did my things in LA, but I really wasn't a knucklehead.
Right.
But now I'm teaching them how to stay away from the knuckleheads. You know what I'm saying? By using examples, but not necessarily telling them my story. It's just more so what to look at, like what your pops said to you. You know what I'm saying? What streets
Yeah.
to stay off of and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that way I'm not talking about myself 24/7 to them and hoping they're gonna be like me. You're not gonna be like me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not gonna see things that I saw. I'm not gonna see things that you see. So with that being said, just keep your head on the swivel. So with those group of kids, it's dope because I can actually have conversations with them and they can get it because they've already
Right.
seen things. The younger crowd is really good. It's actually refreshing. It takes my mind off of the photography aspect of my life and the creating part, and more so helping kids do different things or see different things.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about this kid all the time. I got a kid playing in New York right now. He's 11 years old, just turned 12, playing with 14-year-olds. He's playing in one of the biggest New York tournaments in Cooperstown. And Cooperstown is where the MLB Hall of Fame is. So all the scouts, they go look at these young talent. And he's out there killing right now.
Oh,
that's dope.
So that, stuff like that makes me feel like what I'm doing means something. And I'm only using him because it's going on as we speak. Like he just finished his last game maybe 15 minutes ago, and his dad is telling me what he did. So I got a group of kids like that who have all the potential in the world.
Yeah.
And I'll be trying to tell them, like, yo, this is your brother. Like,
yeah,
follow that footstep.
Yeah.
Don't be like him, but stick to the program. It's going to get you doing things that you don't do in LA.
That's really dope.
So being able to do that in my community, a community that I grew up in, I really can't explain it much more than just it's refreshing to be around.
Yeah.
It's a headache, stressful sometimes, but I bet. When you look at it, man, I'm able to give kids equipment that their parents can't afford, stuff like that, and then coming out of my pocket. It's more like I'm being Robin Hood in a sense.
Yeah. And it's not only that, but it's like it's so great for young kids to have a mentor nowadays too, just because I feel like social media, like we talked about a little bit before, has ruined a lot of these kids.
Oh man, it's crazy.
And so I feel like it's very important for them to have somebody that relates to them, or for them to confide in somebody and have a trust in somebody outside of like their family members and stuff like that, because there's a lot of kids that go through things. It's sad how many kids committed suicide during COVID.
Yeah, I heard. I saw the numbers.
Young people,
I saw the numbers.
That's really sad. And I believe me and Moni knew some people, like friend of friends, that committed suicide during COVID and stuff like that too. Just kind of like all of a sudden, it seemed like the people were doing fine, and then like but
you never really know.
You don't.
Never really know.
Especially when you don't have the brain development to understand that this is temporary and there's like a future. You just like I'm hurt. You know? That's just sad.
But that's what a lot of these kids are thinking of. They're thinking everything is right now because of how the world and the internet makes things. Everything is now. Everything's accessible. Everything is in reach.
Absolutely.
Everything is tangible now.
Absolutely.
There's no let me gear up. Let me learn now to break out later.
That and caring so much about what strangers think about you when they don't even know. We were just talking about this.
I struggle with that too sometimes.
Yeah. So I was laughing because you know how your sister was arguing with the person in the comments on the person that was trolling me. So I got posted on Hollywood Unlocked. And people troll, right? So her sister, being the big sister, is coming to my defense. Now, I just ignored the person because clearly it's a stupid ass person, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of people were saying some fucked up shit. Like somebody said, like I had a pit bull head and like a chihuahua body or something like that. Other people were like, dang, like you doing bad letting grown people like,
I saw that. I think I liked it or something.
I did too.
You so stupid.
Like letting people peer pressure you. Like people were saying like nasty things. Some people were saying that I didn't look the greatest, whatever. Somebody's like, oh, sis need her eyebrows done. Like people were saying stuff, right?
People forget that it's another person on the other side.
Yeah. But I come from a different generation, right? So things that even when I post it, I don't give a fuck what I post it because I motherfucking like it. I don't care if you like it or not. When people say negative shit under my shit, I just delete it. I don't argue with them. I don't because I don't care. It doesn't bother me. So, but with these young kids, a stranger could say something to them and they will delete that photo, or it could be like 106 positive things, but 2 people that said the negative things, that's the only thing they're going to focus on, and then they're going to want to change things about themselves and do all this other stuff. It's so crazy. It is. And I talk to like my young girls and stuff about that too. Like y'all gotta fuck these people. Like, they don't know you. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I this is one of the things I always say, and I say this to people too when they try to say insulting things to me. When they say insulting things to me, I'll be like, I'm sorry you feel that way about yourself, because you don't know me.
Yeah.
And I feel like everything you're
People be
saying
so
to me, this is what you
miserable.
feel about yourself, honestly. Like, you know what I mean? So although I appreciate everybody that was trying to come to my defense and stuff like that, but I don't care about, those people. But it's like, we need to protect the young people because they care so much. Social media is their life. I actually sadly know some grown people that will post and delete pictures over and over just because it didn't get a certain amount of likes that they wanted it to get.
Yeah.
And life is not that. Social media to me is not real life.
Especially if you're not a brand, you just like,
yeah, it's not that serious. You don't have to do that. Even if it's a brand, it's like, okay, people missed it, try something else next time. Like, but I'm not going to post and delete and let me try
That's
something different.
Energy.
Like, people taking the time to like Photoshop and like blur and edit and all this other stuff. Now, if you have like a certain aesthetic and you're running a business or you're an influencer, totally understand that.
Because that's your money.
But just a regular person, it's not that serious. You don't have to do that because number one, people are going to see you in real life. And then number two, you're going to do all of this for what? How about working on really truly feeling the way you want to feel about yourself? Work on feeling that way about yourself. So I think it's great that you're doing that with the kids, like just because they're so fragile, especially now. They're a social media era.
Because imagine like just 14-year-old you, like insecure, like growing into yourself, and imagine like having Instagram and having like people from your school see what you post that you thought was cute, and they didn't think it was cute, and now like they pass.
I was so insecure growing up.
This is what I did for those kids that are like on the tail end of high school. They asked me how I was able to have 2 jobs and full time go to school and then still come back and coach them. And it was tough. I was really depressed on my last year and a half at CSUN, about to graduate.
Yeah,
I was lost. I was drinking every day. I was doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff. So I left that part of the story out. I would tell them that I had to realize that if I wanted to do this, I had to structure waking up and going to sleep and what I'm doing with those 18 hours in between, because those other unaccounted hours was for me.
Yes,
it was for me. I'm giving myself 18 hours to get my work done, get to work, coach y'all, feed myself, work out, and then line up my homework and do whatever I gotta do. And those the rest of the night, I can breathe.
Yeah.
So how do you do that with social media? I erased my social media for 1 year.
Oh, wow.
My last year of college, 2014, I was not on social media. I deleted everything. And I told myself, I'm only going to post again when I'm on the stage, shaking the president of the school's hand and getting my damn diploma.
That's discipline.
That is when you will see me again on social media. And my kid's mouth dropped. I couldn't live without my social media. I said, and that's the problem.
That is the problem.
And until this day, I still have to separate myself. So the whole people getting on me about answering DMs, I kept that mentality because I didn't have social media for a year and a half.
Yeah.
So I disabled all of that. I didn't delete it. I disabled everything. Erased all the apps, signed out, unsubscribed, and I went through it all, unsubscribed and everything. So I wasn't getting notifications.
Yeah.
And then my text messages. If that text message wasn't something work related or getting me some type of money or a friend checking on me or something, I was completely closed off for an entire year.
Yeah.
That still is, but it's stuck with me now. That was 7 years ago. It's still with me now. So missing text messages is just something that sometimes I might not need to see a whole bunch of messages today.
Yeah.
Because I'm talking to people 24/7 and then I'm mentoring people for 8 hours.
You giving people all of your time.
All of my time.
Yeah.
So,
I have a friend that's doing that right now. That you mentioned it.
Shout out to them.
She's in nursing school.
Shout out to her.
And my sister did the same thing when she was in nursing school. I'm talking about Joshua.
Yeah.
Like I check on her every now and then. I'm like, hey, I miss you. Like just checking to see how you doing. But she
might text you back like 3 days later.
She might text me back 3 days later, and I respect it because I know that she's like, bro, I need to like. She's like, we have a quiz every single day. I cannot have any distractions. I need to focus. And she got a kid.
Oh, and she got a kid.
And she lived with her boyfriend. Like
that's a lot.
I didn't have any of that. I had a full-time job, and then I was taken all the classes that I absolutely could to get out of CSUN fast because I was behind on a lot of stuff what my friends was doing.
Yeah.
But that's when I had to realize myself, like, this is my lane. You feel me? This is my lane. I don't have to do things a certain way to catch up to somebody and make the same type of money. No. That 1 year really kind of paved the way to where I'm at right now. Is learning how to do things on my own time and the way that I see it and the way it's not going to mess up my mental. And I lost a lot of friends doing that, but also gained a lot of close ones.
Those weren't your friends then.
Exactly. Exactly. So at the beginning of the show, it was like, the people support me? Hell no. Hell no. I'll pull up to a function with my camera and people will make sidebar conversations of why I got a camera in my hand or why I want to be a photographer all of a sudden.
Right. That's some hater shit.
Oh my God, it was. But at the time, I just took it around with it. I took it on the chin like a champ. Whatever. You know, the Jose never let them see you sweat.
Yeah.
I did all that.
We know it. We know it all too well. We've had people that didn't support us from the beginning, but then as we progress, because I can think about the beginning of our shows and they were not the greatest. Like our first shows like coming in, but we've constantly like revamped. I mean, I liked them too because we were growing, you know.
I was a fan. I liked our shit.
As we got bigger, it seemed like people only started to support us like once we started like having like things going on or whatever, and then it was like, oh, never not extra, and it's like, dang, like so I used to always say like, nah, jump on us now while we while we doing this. Don't try to jump on us now when we start getting big, you know.
That's how it happens though, but I never look at it that way. That's why I don't call people fans and stuff like that. I call it, it's a support. The support don't come from day one all the time. It would be beautiful if it did.
Yeah.
But it don't.
Yeah.
It don't come.
And people don't really believe you until
they
and you know it's not even all hate either. You know what I mean? I got family members that like don't listen, but then now they're like, oh, like how do I listen now? And I respect that.
That's cool.
I understand you are where you are.
And it's not necessarily hate. I think some people automatically want you to. I think too many people care about being cool all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, photography wasn't cool to my old friends.
Yeah.
It wasn't cool to them. It wasn't cool that I had my camera on me 24/7.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't cool that I wasn't coming to the functions or coming to play 2K every day because I was out taking pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all it is. But, you know, I don't even think I'm cool now. Other people think I'm cool for whatever reason. But I think I'm pretty regular. I just talk my shit. I'm a professional shit talker. That's what I am.
That's such an LA thing to say.
I'm
regular as hell.
I swear that is an LA thing.
I didn't know.
I knew this guy that was like, he spent like a month in Europe modeling and was like in every magazine. And I'm like, oh, that's dope. Like, and he like, yeah, I don't know. He's like, yeah,
it's cool. It's regular. It's cool.
Yeah.
But some people say that just to downplay themselves.
Because they feel uncomfortable with
probably.
It. Yeah.
You never know.
I just yeah. I mean, I don't think I'd be downplaying myself. I just think like I don't want people ever thinking that I'm a certain way.
Facts.
Because it's just like, I really am regular. Like when I'm trying to be funny, shit's weak. When I'm being serious, people think I'm funny as fuck, and I'll be like, wow, okay, like I was definitely right. Like Moni be telling like, you don't know what you just said. I'm like, what? And I'll be dead serious. Like it's just
in your mind. That's the best though. That's the best though.
I'll be like, oh, okay, all right, I guess. We got 6 minutes, homegirl. You want to play this game?
Let's play this game. All right. It's
wait, let me put on
and it's related to something that we talked about a little earlier, actually.
Let's see what's up. Damn, 6 minutes already.
Let me see.
Did I get to a lot of y'all questions or what?
I did.
Yeah, no, that was great.
The thing is, you kind of just flowed into a lot of our questions that we had.
Nice.
That's I be trying to predict how the conversation is gonna go. That's why I order it a certain way.
Nice.
Boom.
All right. You got the game show?
Let me see. Game show.
You know what? I didn't answer the videography question.
Oh yeah.
That was one that really stumbled in my lap.
Really?
That one really stumbled in my lap. Someone asked me to do a recap video from one of their painting sips. And I just got my Sony camera that has recording capability. And then I hit up my boy Slim, and Slim really gave me like a crash course one day. And then from there, just kind of just like I kept picking them up slowly and maturely, and then all of a sudden, boom, I can put videography in my in my bio.
Do you feel like it's a lot different from photography?
No. To me, it's moving pictures.
Yeah.
That's why my brain takes it. It's moving pictures. Like I couldn't get you to sit still. Okay, let me just follow you.
Yeah.
That's the way my brain took it.
I feel like we need to do some work with you.
I know.
I'm always down to work with the homies.
I definitely feel like we need to get some work. I know Moni don't really be on.
I don't really like pictures, but I do like what she was doing, the moving portraits.
I'm still doing them.
Yeah.
I just don't post a lot of people's stuff because people aren't comfortable posting like that. So if people are cool with it, then I'll post it on my Instagram. If not, I do a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and people use them as they need to. And every now and then I see them pop up.
Okay, then we need to schedule some stuff with you for sure because
I'm down.
We need some contiente.
And then the merch is coming. The merch is coming.
Hey, I love the merch. Yeah. Hey, if y'all see me on YouTube right now, if y'all see this hat that I'm wearing right now, okay, this is the most comfortable hat I've worn in my life. Okay, so y'all know how like y'all forehead be hurting, y'all be getting a headache. You got to put the snapback and stuff on. This nigga got cushion on the forehead. Like, ain't no breakouts, bitch. Okay. I feel like I got a pillow on my shit.
Quality is A1.
Quality is A1. And look, and I'm not just saying that because I've told some people a few times they got to work on some shit if you want to sell it to me. You know, I'm a bougie ass bitch.
I believe in quality always.
There you go.
I believe in quality always. And
shout
out to the good half of the pandemic because that's where the merchandise came from.
Nice.
Absolutely.
That's where the merchandise came from.
Pandemic did bring some good creativity out of people.
You ready?
I'm ready. Jeopardy. What was my boy name? Shout out to the old Jeopardy host. Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Alex.
Yeah.
Alex Trebek.
Oh, yeah.
Rest in peace.
Hey, we got to watch Reading Rainbow do, what's his name? He hosting Jeopardy this week.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Y'all ready for the beat to drop?
Okay.
Y'all are too much, bro.
This is black as hell. All right. So you a LA native. So you got to know this stuff like right off the top. All right.
All right.
So
let's see.
You said Yeez is mid. It's not that cool. First of all, this game is called What You Gonna Eat.
Okay.
Or Where You Gonna Eat. Okay. You said Yeez is mid.
Yeez is whatever, but yeah.
Somebody come out here and they like, yo, I want some good portions, good old greasy bomb Chinese food. Where are you gonna send them?
Greasy Chinese food?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, the spot that I was thinking about just closed.
With the styrofoam. Scoops of orange chicken.
You know what? I'm gonna take the L on that one because the spot that I can think of just closed. Pandemic treated the hood really bad for mom and pop stores.
What was the name of it?
Oh man, it was across the street from Mike's Deli.
I just heard of Mike's Deli. I need to go.
Mike's Deli is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the L on that one. I can't think of no greasy Chinese for the top of my head, bro.
Try a different one. Try a different time.
I know Chinese food by like Corners and 120th and Avalon.
Okay.
That was that heat.
Okay.
Okay, give him a different type of food.
I'm gonna take the L on that one. But if you could change the food up,
let me see. What's another? Maybe another Asian food. Are you into other like Asian cuisine?
Yeah.
Ramen.
Okay, I got a few ramen spots.
All right.
Okay,
well, he set up on this one.
All right. If you want some real like, damn, I feel like I'm in Japan, or damn, I feel like I'm in the outskirts of China.
Mm-hmm.
There's this little tiny ass ramen spot on Olympic and La Brea.
Olympic and La Brea.
It's across the street from the gas station, and it's in the same parking lot as the car wash. It's called ISS.
I know what you're talking about.
ISA Ramen.
Yeah, I think I passed by it when I used to live in Mississippi.
It's easy to miss. There's no sign. There's no signage, but they have a bomb patio, and it's a family-owned establishment, and they stay open till 4 a.m.
4. Damn.
The family.
Moni, is this somewhere that we need to go?
The family,
late night.
The family rotates, bro. They don't open until 11, and they up until 4 a.m. It's a small family, bro.
Can we go? Can you text this to us?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, bet. We in that
I'm in.
It's really easy to miss. So look for the gas station, and that's where you park. I mean the car wash. You park in the car wash.
Does it look like it could be like as small as like a locksmith?
Yes.
I know what
Yes.
you're talking about. Yep.
Yes. Dope
Wow.
as hell. They play anime 24/7. They
that's
got a fire ass playlist in there. They let you read the old anime magnets and all that good stuff. It's really legit.
That's cool.
It's good.
Nice.
And it's just fire. You can order it on DoorDash and all that now.
I like that.
All right. Authentic Mexican tacos. Where are you telling people to go immediately?
I'm gonna ask people if they want convenience or they gonna be comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be comfortable, then go to Leo's. I like Leo's.
Everybody like Leo's.
Everybody likes Leo's.
Yeah.
But my favorite one is the one on the same corner of Olympic and La Brea.
Across the street?
Across the street from the ramen spot. There's a taco truck that shows up every other Saturday. Or every other weekend, I think. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the name is.
Is the green and yellow one?
Yup.
Mm-hmm. It's called like Vienna Vito's or something. We used to go there before the show. Mm-hmm. Like, remember?
Then if you
the green and yellow one, because Leo's always had a line.
Yep.
But if you go,
then if you feel like driving,
I know exactly what you're talking about. Those tacos are good.
Yep. Mm-hmm. If you want to drive a little bit, I got a spot in Westwood. If you want to be more in the safe spot, it's down the street from University High School. It's on Santa Monica and Westgate. It's across the street. It's across the street from the Target. It's there every day. They're there until 3
And these are all trucks.
These are all trucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are all trucks. If you want food, there's a spot by USC. I can't remember what the name is, but there's only one Mexican restaurant by USC that's really popular. I can't think about what the name is. It's right across the street from the freeway. By the across the street from the 110, I think.
That's dope.
Nice.
Yep.
But I do know the green and yellow one. I know that one.
The green and yellow is fire, bro.
All right, what about Black people tacos? Where you gonna go? It's only a couple places.
Yeah, Black people tacos. I used to go to the one on Crenshaw and Slauson, but Bill's Tacos. But Bill's is gone.
I never heard of that.
So now I'm at Taco Mel with it.
I have not had Taco Mel yet.
No, I
haven't had Taco Mel either. I know people be going to Fabulous for
Yeah, that's cool.
We should get him for like local legends or Mr. Fries.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Fries guy.
But yeah, man, Taco Mel with it.
Taco I like Mel. That.
And ask for the specialty. You know, ask what's in it. Just do what they say.
Just do what they say.
I thought you was gonna say Taco Pete. That's some East Side shit.
That's some East Side shit. I'm not East Side.
All right, so the best ghetto burger spot.
I feel like I know what he's gonna say.
What am I gonna say? Let's see.
I don't know the name of it, but I feel like it's on King. No, it's not on King. It's on
Vernon. Something.
Yes, that's the one.
I think I know what y'all talking about.
Where you gotta stand outside to order your shit.
Talking about A1 Burgers.
Yes.
Yeah.
They got a couple.
They just opened back up, but the one on Vernon is the best one, but it's also the most dangerous one.
I don't like it.
The one on Main is not the most dangerous.
But that's not where I was gonna go first though.
Okay, where was you gonna go first?
I was gonna go Fred's Downtown Burger on Slauson and 3rd Ave.
I never heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
It's next to Mama's Kitchen, which is a good breakfast place for anybody who likes breakfast food.
Mama's Kitchen.
It's across the street from Van Ness Rec Center, and there's a car wash on the opposite side of the street.
And we're gonna have to try all these places.
Fred's Downtown Burger is fire.
I love how LA can just LA is so huge that
you can miss places.
Can tell us stuff that we never heard of.
Yeah.
And I've been here 30 years.
And then Fat and Juicy on Centinela.
That's what I thought you. That's what I thought you was talking about. Fat and Juicy.
I was talking about A1 Burger because people always talk about that. But then I remember the first time I went there, it was actually in the daytime because I used to work at a school over off of Exposition and can't think of the other name right now. I can't remember the name of the school I used to work for. I used to TA there. Them kids was bad.
Fauché?
Anyway.
Was that Fauché?
No, it was something else. It's in the neighborhood off of Exposition and not far from Vern. I don't know. I'll tell you in a minute because I can't remember the name. But I remember when we went, I was like, I don't like what's happening outside of this place.
Go to Fred's, bro. But Fred's is in the hood, but they're good. And then also Fresh and Meaty Burger on Florence.
Fresh and Meaty.
That sounds familiar.
He naming all the streets I'm scared of.
It's on Florence and 6th Ave. It's across the street from the donut.
Gotta go
I don't like
across the street from the donut place.
I don't like single and double digit streets.
What's it called? Spudnuts, the donut spot. The Spudnuts, the donuts. It's a
Where?
brand. It's on Florence and 6th Ave.
Oh.
This is Spudnuts donuts everywhere though, but yeah, go to Fresh and Meaty.
I be at Randy's in that long ass line for no reason.
The tourist spot.
The tourist spot.
What's up? What's next?
That's it. You covered
That's it.
That's it.
Oh,
you got us on all the food spots.
Dang.
All the food spots.
Thank you so much.
Except for the Chinese, man. I'm really sad,
But
bro.
really, okay, the thing is though, Chinese food is like in almost every shopping center and it's all good.
Yeah, but I never look up at the names. That's the fun part.
It ain't one in LA that's just like, oh, this is
this place on Slauson and Fairfax across from Mike's Deli used to be so fire, bro.
Really?
Oh my god, it used to be so fire. Another family owned establishment. Their orange chicken was something I've never had before. It was just thoroughly cooked, greasy as ever.
I'm not eating nobody's orange chicken.
What?
Why? You one of those people that think it's rat?
Yes.
That's some fire ass rat.
That's how I feel. I like rat then.
I do not order orange chicken nowhere.
You missing out.
Crazy.
I'm not.
Bro.
You eat it at Panda Express?
I do not eat. Nowhere. When I say
orange
nowhere,
chicken
I
is
mean
nasty.
nowhere. I do not eat orange chicken nowhere. I just won't do it. I refuse.
We got to go to Mike's Deli though. When you on
Yeah,
that,
because
I'm
you know,
surprised you ain't never been to Mike's Deli, man.
Okay, you know why?
a
Because I
transplant
didn't.
put me on. To
I
Mike's
didn't
Deli.
really grow up
Shame on you.
I know.
I didn't really grow up in LA,
It's all
so
good.
I don't really know a lot of like all of LA and stuff. Now I have been to Yo Way, which is like a really good black-owned
Oh, I like
sandwich
them
spot.
in Gardena.
Yes,
They're really cool.
They're like Mike's Deli.
Y'all on that
Everything
side of town.
because
The
I
South Bay.
The South
Because
Bay. Yeah,
when-
the South Bay. That's it.
because when I moved to Southern California, we only lived in the South Bay. I didn't have to go into LA ever. All of my family lived in Torrance, Carson.
Oh, you don't have no hood cousins?
No. And if I did, they lived in San Bernardino.
Please tell me I've been to Sachi house.
I've actually never been there. I know Janae always singing about it.
Because she lived up the street.
Yeah.
Or her family lived up the street. She used to live up the street.
I think the one time I was about to go,
What
they
is
was
that?
closed that day. Sachi, it's like
Sachi Teriyaki House is a
they got
legit,
sushi too.
Oh.
yeah, legit teriyaki, Japanese teriyaki. It was black
I'm down
owned
to
at one
go.
point. I don't know who the owner is now, but they gave it a complete facelift. But the food just got better.
Really?
They
I'm gonna
got
have to go there.
300 menu variation of food.
Wow.
That's a lot. That
It's,
sounds hard to pick from.
Amazing,
Mm.
amazing. And then you
It's
know,
by
and of course, you know, we
Simply
got
Wholesome.
Simply Wholesome. We got Orleans,
Oh,
New York
okay,
right there.
okay.
that's the food maker right there.
Mhm.
You can get
I
a lot
don't
of
even go
stuff.
to that Orleans in New York anymore.
The one on Crenshaw is good.
I go to the one in Inglewood now.
The one by the cemetery.
The one on Crenshaw where?
The one on Crenshaw across the street from the Wiener Schnitzel. It's on
Crenshaw?
40.
It's another one?
Second, yeah. That was the
Because
second
I
one.
used to only go to the one by my house, which I really, really liked. It was on Crenshaw and El Segundo.
Oh yeah, no, I've been to that one.
But then they closed it
I
because of
can't believe they
COVID.
closed that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I cried. Like I literally had
Sad.
tears.
There's
Now you gotta
4.
drive.
And I don't like going all the way to Carson.
Oh, the one in Carson. I forgot about that one.
I didn't know there was one in Carson.
Yeah.
I only knew about the one downtown.
It's on
the
Avalon
one
and
you just talked
University.
about, and then the one on Crenshaw and the one on Slauson.
Yep. There's one in Carson.
But this
By
one on
Louisiana.
Crenshaw is it's right next door to Earl's.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm hungry now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see that one all the
Earl's,
time.
yeah.
I'm hungry now.
I know. We got a lot of food homework to do.
Yeah, you already know.
We got a lot of food homework to do, bro. But Casey, Stokes, thank you so much for coming.
Man, it was a pleasure.
Yeah, no, that was a great conversation. We appreciate it. But please shout out whatever you got going
Yeah,
on.
plug yourself.
Oh man, that's crazy.
He said, oh man, that's
I got
crazy.
hats.
I got hats. I got coasters.
So
I
tell the
got
people
prints.
your Insta so I can type it in here.
My Instagram is at stokely.jpg. That's also my Twitter handle. It's just underscore.
I'm spelling it wrong.
No, you good. SOKL. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
JPG.
Okay, there we go.
Oh,
There we go.
that's me right there.
Follow the guy.
Mhm.
Like they said, I got the merch. I got my own little hat line that came from scratch.
Whoop.
I got my coasters from my photography back in the day. I do every type of photography that you can think of except for newborn photography.
Yeah.
That is not my niche.
You need
That's
to learn the swaddle.
That's not my niche. I don't have the patience.
They hard to
and
capture.
I'm not super delicate with other people's babies. So don't put that, don't put that on me. But maternity shoots, I got that.
Okay.
Headshots, portraits, editorials, lifestyle brands, I got that.
Okay.
Videography, documentary style, I got that. editing services, I got that.
Cool.
One stop shop.
Bet. So y'all be sure to follow him. Thank you so much again for coming, Casey. We really appreciate you.
And it was a matter of time, man. I see what y'all doing. This is great.
Man, appreciate you.
No, we gotta get like our whole network in here, like our whole network of people that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If you don't already, be sure to follow us at Never Not Extra on all platforms. You can also find me personally at Never Not Kirsten.
You can find me on everything at Never Not Moni.
And we are also, as a community at TGN Talk, doing a $100 giveaway right now. If you haven't checked already, check us out on TGN Talk on Instagram. All you have to do is click on the post that you see. There's a reel there. It tells you the instructions. We are literally going to send you $100 cash. Okay, not no gift cards where you have to use it somewhere specifically. We are going to send you $100. All you have to do is follow the instructions. So be sure to do that. We will be announcing the winner on August 15th. Okay, so be sure to look out for that. And also remember to shop nevernotextra.net. We appreciate those of you that have already shopped our store. And yeah, we like that y'all be working with us.
Okay.
So as always, remember to always talk.
Shit. I haven't said this in so long. Okay.
Oh my gosh. As always, thank you for listening. Remember to always talk your shit.
And love yourself.
Be honest.
And be kind.
And shop by Stokes.com.
And always be extra. Hey. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
That's funny. Hold on. Where's our exit at? Everybody don't be getting in the chat. Sometimes they be shy.
No, they do be shy.
Because me and Moni be like, dang, people didn't tune in. And then we look at the show and it'd be like hundreds of people was listening. We be like, who the fuck was listening?
Or people be telling me like, oh, I heard the show. And I'm like, wait